I was way overweight, and I was embarrassed to go anywhere. I was embarrassed to eat in public. I was embarrassed about how I looked, and I wanted to look good in uniform.
Or when we did the morning show, you were at a size...
I was at a size 6, a tight 6, but I was in a size 6.
Because now it's the day after Labor Day, so that was May.
May 18th, I think, or something.
Oh, something like that, so close to my birthday. Now it's like September 7th-ish, and you're a size...
4.
Size 4.
I am so excited.
You should be.
I know, and I love my job. There's no... I'm going...
Go ahead and stand up. Let's see. All your weight is in your chest. Look at you. Oh my God. Look, wait, go to the side again. Look at that. And how old are you?
55.
Don't look no damn 55. No. So tell me a little bit about, because you originally, you wanted to lose the weight to get healthy and all that kind of fun stuff, but you had a goal, like a job goal, didn't you?
Yes, I've been a flight attendant most of my life, and I was way overweight, and I was embarrassed to go anywhere. I was embarrassed to eat in public. I was embarrassed about how I looked, and I wanted to look good in uniform. My daughter told me, Mom, Virgin America is hiring. So I put my job application in for Virgin America,
right.
And I got hired. And while I was in training, and I was still taking the drops, this is terrible, but the classes were so long, but I had to eat chocolate to stay awake. And I went down to a size 4, a comfortable 4, and
this is while you were doing training classes for Virgin America, and eating chocolate. And is this just because they don't let you eat while you're doing the training?
Because you're in class for so long that you don't have time to take breaks, and you can't run somewhere, and the classes are long, and you have to stay awake. And I'm like, oh my gosh! And then when I remembered to take my drops, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to have chocolate. And I'm like, it just really kept me awake during the day.
Right.
And so then I just brought my drops to class. And now I'm like, my body just feels like it's normal. And I've been putting bags in the overhead bin.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that. You're kind of unique. Obviously you're busy. We're all busy. But you're busy going through airports. You're busy flying. How do they give you any trouble with the supplements going through the airport?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Even
especially
if they're open? In crew. No.
Because of crew.
Because I have my flight attendant uniform on.
Gotcha. And then so you're Virgin America, so maybe your longest flight is what, 6 hours or?
Well, I flew from LA to Boston the day before yesterday. So
and how long is that flight?
It was 6 hours, and it's the longest flight we have in the US.
Now are you still eating the way I taught you how to eat?
I do, but there are times that I will cheat. I'll go get a coffee at Starbucks if it's like, the pilots and I.
So you're not totally eating like some crazy fitness freak?
Oh, no. I eat what I want to eat. And then when I went through the program where I got to the weight I wanted to be, and you started introducing different things into my diet, like butter, like sour cream, and I knew how my body would react to those, and that I could take them and still keep the weight off. And then there's one thing I can't eat. I can't eat a baked potato because my weight started going up.
Oh, so you noticed, so for you it was baked potato.
It was baked potato.
Yeah, for me it's almonds. Like if I eat almonds, it will completely stall my weight, or I might go up a little bit. But for you it was baked potato. And that's kind of why we want you to try those different foods and monitor it with the scale. Are there times where you're ever having to spend the night in another city, like spend the night in Boston or spend the night in...
I did a 4-day trip, and the first day I went Los Angeles to Vegas, I overnighted in Vegas for 11 hours, and on limited rest, and these 2 other flight attendants said, how do you have this much energy? And I had
Give him my card.
Yes. Well, actually, on the way home, there's a flight attendant that's going to come see you. He lives here and he commutes.
Oh, sweet.
And he said, I gained 70 pounds, and he said, I can't get it off. And I said, oh, well, I happen to have one of Dr. Nash's, and I told him all about you.
Do you even have like your before picture so people will know?
Yes, as a matter of fact, TSA won't take my driver's license anymore because it doesn't look anything like me.
So what do you do?
My passport.
Your passport still looks like you in the face?
It looks like me, but not completely like me. It's me 40 pounds heavier.
So you took your driver's license to TSA or whatever, and they wouldn't accept it?
No, they asked me for another form of ID. They're like, okay, do you have another ID?
Like, legit girl, this isn't you.
Yeah, I'm like, it really is me, and I'm like, here's my crew ID, and then they had to see my passport. So every time I go through TSA, they have to see my passport and my ID, but I can't show them my driver's license because it doesn't look anything like me, so I've got to get another picture.
So with your kind of schedule that you're doing, are you working out at all? Did you work out a lot?
I haven't had time to work out. I haven't worked out in 8 weeks, and I dropped a size. Remember, I came in here, I was so weak, and I was so tired.
I remember that was one of your complaints, is that you were weak and you were tired.
Oh my goodness. And
so you weren't necessarily working out because you wanted to be thinner.
Right.
You were working out because you wanted the strength and the energy. Your big thing was, I mean, you wanted to lose weight,
right?
Obviously, but your big thing was energy. I needed to look decent, especially Virgin. Virgin, I wouldn't imagine is an easy airline to get accepted to. I would imagine
it's not.
They would have stricter physical standards.
Yes, they do.
Just because of the type. It's not. I mean, no offense, but it's not Southwest. It's not Spirit.
Yeah.
It's kind of a higher end airline.
Yeah. Well, and then we did a. Introduce yourself. I love Virgin. They're a lot of fun. And they asked me, they said, tell something about yourself that's true and false. And then we have to guess who it is in the group. And then me, I put, I weigh 200 pounds. So, by the way, I'm 132.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, and when you started the program at the very beginning, what were you?
I was 156.
So, and you're now
132.
Mm-hmm. So you really only lost 24 pounds. That's not a huge amount as far as the scale goes. It's not a huge amount, but what size were you when you started?
I was a size 12, 14.
So you went from a size 14 to a 4, but you only lost 24 pounds.
Right.
See, that's critical. That's why metabolic program is different from calories in, calories out. She only lost 25 pounds, but she dropped 8 sizes or more. I mean, she's tiny. Her legs are tiny. Her arms are tiny. But she only lost 24 pounds. So remember, you're going to see bigger changes in your size and bigger changes in your tape measurements, but you might see lower numbers of loss on the scale, and it doesn't matter because what she lost was fat. So, okay, so anyway, so now you're size 132. And what was your goal weight?
My goal weight was actually... I would have been happy with 135.
Right.
And now I'm gone.
You're below that. And did you have a size that you wanted to get to?
I wanted to get to a size 6.
And you went below it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that's awesome. And my grandkids, their pediatrician
saw me.
You
said the pediatrician.
Yes, she saw me and she said, "You look so different." And I started talking
you
about
look younger too.
Yes,
I can't believe
I
how
know
young.
it.
Yeah,
yes, and I have no makeup on my face.
Really? I mean, your lashes are done, but that's fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
And everybody tells me that. They're going, "You're 55?" I said, "Yeah, I'm 55, but I feel amazing." She called my daughter and she said, I need your mom's phone number. I've been going to Dr. Nash and I have lost weight. She's just so happy, and
She said, I'm not depressed anymore.
Yeah,
she said that?
Yeah.
So who's saying they're not depressed? You?
No, the doctor, their
You were
pediatrician.
saying it too, but now...
Oh, I'm not
So
depressed
you're,
anymore,
right, no, that was one of your issues. So not only do you go to me, and not only did you go to me, but your pediatrician goes
Yes.
to me?
Yeah, their pediatrician. Yes.
That's epic. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. She said, what did she say, Courtney?
She told me I've been on for 2 weeks and I've lost 13 pounds.
Oh.
And I've gone down, I think she said at the time she'd gone down 2 sizes. And she goes, I love her and I need to tell your mom thank you so much for telling me about Dr. Nash. I'm so happy now. Like, I'm just not depressed and slow anymore.
It changes your life.
Oh, it changed
really
my life
completely,
within the
absolutely.
first week.
Right.
And that's what I was telling a flight attendant on the plane. And
You're one of my best. I'm so glad that you got so thin because you talk so much. It's brilliant, really. I should pay you. Like, you talk so much and you look so good. It's just wonderful.
you have paid me. You have paid me. And people have asked me, does she pay you? I said, you know what? She did.
Yeah.
By getting me like this. I was
Yeah.
dead before I came in here. I was.
Well, how
in
many
a fog.
people like in their 40s or 50s think that they can't lose it at this point anymore, that their hormones are working against them? And they are, but ones that you can fix. You know what I mean? But we're all kind of think that once we hit menopause or something like that, that's just it for us.
Well, and then there's another flight attendant. She's going to come see you, but she's based in LA. And I sent her the link of me on your show, and she said, I saw that, and she says, oh my gosh, CJ, before and after? And she goes, oh my gosh, and she goes, and all of us were so tired after our 13-hour day.
Yeah.
And she said, you come out, you have energy in the morning, and you had energy all day long, and we have a saying, my husband, when I came in from Boston yesterday, he said, well, where'd you come in from? I said, well, I walked from Boston to here. He said, you walked?
My feet are a little sore, but other than
That's
that.
right. I had to get the heels off as soon as I could.
Yeah.
But he said, wow. I said, yeah, it was a 6-hour, 15-minute flight. And I said,
And that's just the flight.
Yeah, that's just
not
the
you
flight.
arriving at the airport, dealing with all that crap, getting out from the airport.
right.
Yeah,
right.
that's all of that.
So it was, and the other flight attendants were just exhausted.
Well, sure.
It was really funny because last night I got in and I usually take sleeping pills. And last night I said, I don't need to take any sleeping pills. I'm going to sleep, you know.
Right,
And I haven't had to take sleeping pills several nights. And before, I would have to take a sleeping pill to go to sleep.
Because you just had so much energy. Or were you even before the program?
No, it was all depression. It was as soon as, because, you know, my 15-year-old passed away. So I came in after that because I couldn't focus on anything except I was in this fog. And little did I know, it was my hormones, my metabolic factors. I had no idea that there were all these things taking place. And I tried every diet. Like I said, I tried the HCG, and then I gained the weight right after. And then not following the diet completely, but eating mostly healthy now, but eating whatever I want, and so much. I'm eating so much, and the weight is just dropping. It's like you lit a fire.
Right. That's the fixed metabolism. So if you could give people who are having difficulty with the program, or maybe they're not seeing the same kind of success as you, do you have any advice for them?
Stick it out. Stick it out. Stay with the program. It gets frustrating. It gets to that point to where you're like, I'm tired of eating the same chicken or
whatever the food
or whatever, but just stick it out, because after that program, you can eat pretty much what you want when your metabolism is running and in good condition. And
When you were doing my program, when you paid me the money and you were doing the phases of the program that I told you to do, on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is the least compliant and 10 is 100% compliant, what number were you?
I was probably a 9. I was so focused.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because that's the other issue that we have, is that we have some clients that think, well, if I eat a little of this or eat a little of that my body will forgive me, or because I've done it with other programs, it's okay to do it with this one.
Yeah. No. Ask my daughter. She'll tell you. I was laser beam.
There we go.
And I knew that this was a matter of life and death for me. And I knew that, you know, when I came in to see you, I said, this is my last option.
I've had so many people say that.
Yeah.
This was the last time I was going to try it. This was the last ditch effort.
And my husband...
Oh,
that's what I
right,
have to tell you.
right.
My husband he's like these diet fads and these things. He's going, you tried everything, you know. And I said, Edwin, I have to live. Now my husband has gone from from 200 to 170, 174. He said, and he's doing the program
because he's done the program.
Yes,
right.
and he's so happy. And he had sleep apnea, and now he doesn't have it. His blood pressure. He doesn't have to take blood pressure medicine. He's like, you were right. He said, you know, this is amazing. And I said, yeah. Well, he was taking medication for sleep apnea.
Okay.
Or not sleep apnea. He didn't want to do the face cover.
Right, he didn't want to do the CPAP machine.
Yeah, but he was taking blood pressure medication, and he's a pilot, so he can't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, he can't take medication.
That's right. That's right. Edwin,
Yes.
Edwin's completely different. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and he's now off the blood pressure medication.
yeah, he doesn't have to take blood pressure medication. He doesn't have sleep apnea anymore. And me, I suffer, like I said, no symptoms of fibromyalgia. My focus is right there. This training was so intense. If I had not completed this program, there's no way I could have gone back to flight attendant training. The classes, it was so much easier for me to focus. And I could do it. And I was focused, and my weight, like I said, my weight still kept dropping.
Right.
And, but I feel amazing.
Yeah. And not working out right now.
Yeah,
right,
no.
It's just too crazy busy.
Yeah, it's too crazy busy.
Yeah.
And
so your body went from a 6 to a 4 without working out.
right, without working out. And I know, I'm going, how in the world? And well, like I said, you know, I mean, I was in a size 12, and now I'm in a 4.
Yeah.
And
55 years old.
And 55 years old. And I've lost, I think, probably a total of 56 inches.
Wow.
So, yeah.
But only 24 pounds.
Only 24 pounds.
But 56 inches.
Yeah.
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 See, that's all I care about. I wouldn't care if I was 180 pounds. If I was a size 2,
Yeah.
I don't care. Nobody sees my scale.
Yeah, my daughter hadn't seen me in 6 weeks. I come home and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Mom, there's nothing left of you."
Yeah, I have another client that's like you. She went from a 12, in 2 cycles, she went from a 12, what did she go to, like a 2? She went to a 2, and she wanted to make sure that I saw her during like her final appointment, and even the 2 was baggy. I was like, oh my, I mean, I didn't recognize her.
Oh, I know.
And Sam, I think you either sent a picture to Sam.
Yes, I sent a picture to
Yeah,
Sam
and
and said, "Finally, my dreams
Right.
are, I'm like living
Well, and the
my
hard
dream."
part, he's like, look at how different look how amazing she looks. And I'm like, I'm sorry, all I can see is her chest. Like it was all, because there was just something about the angle that I'm
Yes.
like, I just see nothing but chest.
Yeah.
So when they told me that you were out here, I'm like, no, I've got to see her like actually in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You look so good. I'm so
Oh, I feel amazing. And everybody, I taught everybody about this.